as a collective have gaslight ourselves into thinking that ugly guys are hot. But now the ugly guys gets an ego boost and thinks they're seriously hot shit. Ugh.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be diving into a saga that's so wild, so unnecessary, and so dramatic that you'd think it was written by a soap opera screenwriter. Today we're talking about Jasmine Tan, the self-proclaimed girl's girl who went from the internet's big sister to, well, let's just say the vibes have kind of shifted. Now, if you don't know who Jasmine Tan is, consider yourself lucky, but also stick around because this ride is worth it. Jasmine blew up on social media with her confident, bubbly personality and her girl power message. And at first, people loved her. She gave advice like the cooler older sister you always wanted. She'd say stuff like, ladies, if your best friend has a crush on a guy, you never follow him on social media unless she tells you to.
I can never be friends with women who don't understand girl code. These are the girl code rules that me and my best friends live by that I think every girl should follow. Number 1, if your best friend has a crush on someone, and this should be common sense, never ever follow him on social media unless she wants you to.
And honestly, valid. But somewhere along the way, things started getting a bit weird, or I would say she started getting carried away. What started as empowering turned into something a lot more aggressive. Suddenly the girl's girl vibe became a little less about lifting women up and a little more about I don't know, tearing men down, and people started noticing this. So after going over a page, and I was like, this is kind of whack that women are trying this hard to be relatable. I'm so sorry.
I haven't washed my hair in 4 days. Since y'all are always asking about my hair, I'm gonna show you how I grew my hair from this thin ass low-key balding moment to this many new baby hair growths now.
Like, I gotta share with my friends. Is this gossiping? Because like we're definitely gonna be gossiping right now. So let's break down the rise and the fall of Jasmine Tan. And before we get into it, do not forget to subscribe and like for more of my gossip sesh. So let's start with the good stuff. How did she even rise to fame in the first place? In the beginning, Jasmine's content was all about self-love, confidence, and being unapologetically yourself. She'd do story type videos, beauty advice, and funny takes on relationships. Her energy was high and sometimes too high, if I'm being honest, but it was charming in her own way. And if you know one thing about the internet, they love people yelling at them. They find this entertaining. So I'm not surprised that she gained a lot of fans.
I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for this, but I do not trust men who don't have female friends. Seriously, if the guy I'm dating only has male friends, that is a big red flag to me.
Her fans and people started seeing her as relatable and entertaining. She built a whole brand around being a girl's girl, someone who always had your back, stood up for women, and encouraged self-empowerment, and people ate it up.
Men, please stop trying to solve our problems. We don't want you to solve our problem.
And after my Clara Doe video I did yesterday that got taken down, and now I'm doing a video on this chick, I'm like, why am I doing commentary? I should start lying to you and giving you unwanted advice that you didn't ask me for, and maybe I'll become more popular. But anyway, back to it. As Jasmine's platform started to grow, so did the intensity that she was delivering. It went from quirky to honestly exhausting. Imagine if somebody chugged 3 espressos and then decided to yell life advice at you. That's the vibe she was giving, and slowly people started to get kind of tired of it. Then came the moment that changed everything, the infamous Pinterest lie. And correct me if I'm wrong, but most things start going downhill the moment you start to lie in the first place. You are definitely going to get caught, and that's exactly what happened with her. In one of her videos, Jasmine decided to conduct a social experiment with her 12-year-old sister, June. The goal was to prove that society is by nature biased against men because, of course, we all somehow believe they're the worst thing to walk this earth if you want to be a girl's girl. So to prove this, she decided to tell her sister, June, to open Pinterest and search for the term ugly girls.
Open Pinterest and then search ugly girls. What does it say?
Oh my god, we couldn't find any pins.
For ugly girls, there's no results for ugly girls.
And shocker, no results come up. Jasmine dramatically declares this as proof that society refuses to acknowledge the ugly woman exists. Yo, wait, I have to rephrase that. It refuses to acknowledge that ugly woman exists.
So cool.
Okay, sure, let's just go with that in the reasoning that it didn't show up. And then she has June search ugly boys.
Open Pinterest again.
Okay.
And then search for ugly boys.
Oh my god.
There's actual results.
And suddenly the screen fills with results. Jasmine reacts like she just cracked the Da Vinci Code.
There's actual ugly boys results.
Oh my god, Pinterest is such a girl's girl. sorry, I don't know if this is an act, but I'm here like this cannot be happening because she says this in such excitement, like this validates everything about life and the world and how it works. Now, if you're thinking, that's weird, congratulations, you have critical thinking skills because the internet immediately smells something a little fishy with those results. People started fact checking her experiments, and guess what? Neither search term bring up results. Now, before all you gents start fist pumping in the air, Pinterest algorithm simply doesn't categorize people as ugly or beautiful. It's literally designed to avoid negative searches like this. So how did Jasmine's screen show results from ugly boys? Well, turns out she faked it. Yep, Jasmine created a Pinterest board herself, filled it with ugly boys and filled it with random images. She rigged the entire thing to fill her narrative, and when people found out, the backlash was swift. Reddit threads blew up, Twitter was on fire, fans who once loved her started questioning everything. If she was willing to take something this easily debunked, what else has she over exaggerated or made up? As if the Pinterest fiasco wasn't enough, Jasmine's take on relationships also started raising eyebrows, and nothing sums it up better than the baby voice incident. Now, I don't even like the baby voice couples do. It gets old pretty fast and cringe, so I'm gonna have to say I also hate the baby voice talk, especially if it's done non-stop. Like, everyone just needs to chill out for a second and stop doing the baby voice every time. Like, imagine being with somebody and you're together for like 30 years and then you'll always have to talk to each other in like this baby voice thing. Like, sometimes it's cute, maybe like a little bit here, there, but like continuously I can see where she's coming from. You know, PTSD. But this isn't about me because I'm not the one claiming to be anything. So in this one particular unhinged video, Jasmine describes a situation where a guy she likes spoke to her in a soft, affectionate voice. You know, the kind of playful baby talk couples sometimes do. And Jasmine immediately was appalled, disgusted, sickened even. She goes on this dramatic rant about how she could never respect a man who talked to her like that. She's like, I don't care if we've been married for 40 years. She said, it's only cute when I do it.
Please don't ever talk to me in a baby voice. I'm the only one in the relationship who's allowed to do it. Cause it's cute when I do it. It's not cute when you do it, buddy. It's not a good look on you.
But I firstly believe it's not even cute when girls do it, okay? That's my hot take. I really need to stop adding my own 2 cents to this because just now you're gonna call me a pick-me when in fact I don't like anybody. Anyway, the internet's reaction was a collective facepalm. And imagine this, your crush gives you a McFlurry, I'm already excited about this, and uses a soft voice to offer it to you. And your response is, ick, goodbye forever.
Was broken, shocker. And then I was like, aw, I really wanted a McFlurry. And this man, word for word, said, oh baby, I'm sorry, the ice cream machine is broken. Wanna go somewhere else? From that moment on, the crush went like, pew, pew. I legit thought that he was one of the hottest guys I've ever seen in my life. But after that, I've never seen him in the same way ever again. Safe to say, he's no longer in my life. My bad, bro, I couldn't help it. And before y'all come at me calling it toxic masculinity, oh, men can't be sensitive, you're saying that men can't cry or men can't show emotions? Shush! I am fine with a man who is in touch with his feminine side. You like Taylor Swift too? I love that for you. Go off, king. Don't give me none of that bullshit. It's just the baby talk. Like, can you talk? Can you just talk properly? Can you like talk like a normal person?
And the thing to remember is that everyone has their own preferences of how they like things and how their love language is. And everyone is entitled to their own opinion, but I feel like she's doing a reverse Andrew Tate kind of thing to mention each and everything she hates about men. And
He thought I was 20, which is a compliment, but still, the audacity! So I told him, boy, I'm 24, leave me the fuck alone. And it's late, don't you have school tomorrow?
to be honest, it wasn't just the overreaction that rubbed people the wrong way. It was the hypocrisy. Jasmine's whole brand was about being unapologetically yourself. But when a guy, or if a guy does the exact same thing she's doing, suddenly it's unacceptable. We all rioting, we all trying to cancel the person. Now let's talk about June, Jasmine's 12-year-old sister who often appears in her videos. At first, their dynamic seemed sweet. Jasmine gave her advice, helped her with makeup, and acted like the protective older sister. But over time, fans started noticing some red flags. In multiple videos, Jasmine tells June to completely ignore boys, not to be cautious, not to focus on herself, just to avoid boys altogether because they're a waste of time.
June, I think that you should just completely ignore all boys.
Ooh, why?
I'm not even trying to be cute or quirky when I say that. I deadass feel like they're a waste of your time. Ignore their judgments, ignore their insincere compliments, and icky half-ass romance.
Yeah, and they have cooties.
Just focus on yourself, practice your art, play sports, do theater, go out with your girlfriends. Never put an effort into pleasing men.
Of course, I have too many hobbies to care about boys anymore.
And also, side note, I don't feel that preaching works. I feel like it's better to be honest and teach younger girls to be cautious of guys, because honestly I feel like you need a healthy balance of things. And in one video, Jasmine does June's makeup while preaching that boys are distractions and their compliments are insignificant. June, bless her, repeats everything like it's a gospel. I have too many hobbies to care about boys anyway, she says proudly. And look, I do not believe any 12-year-old is supposed to be in a relationship. That is a way too young age. But by feeding this negative image of boys creates a toxic image for like when she grows up or when she's like 18 or 16. And I get it that encouraging your younger siblings to focus on their goals is great. Teaching them that an entire gender is really bad, I don't really think that's a good idea.
Okay, my girlfriends are always saying nonchalant men are so cool. No, I want all chalant, full chalant infused. If you are not fully obsessed with me, I don't want you. If I am not your dream girl, I don't want you. If you don't worship the ground I stand on and the air I breathe, I don't want you. If you are not a loyal, romantic, chivalrous, golden retriever lover boy, then you are not my man, sir. Remember, if you are nonchalant, I am noncha girl. And I swear to God, if you act all nonchalant, your ass gonna get nonchalant, period. Okay, I love you always. Bye. Boy Matt, let's go. Boy Matt is being scared that women are gonna use you for money that you don't have. Boy Matt. Boy Matt is wanting a girl with zero body count while he slept with the whole town. Boy Matt is wanting a housewife but having no house. Boy Matt is chasing a girl that dresses like a baddie, then tries to change the way she dresses once you get her. Does that make sense to you? No, it doesn't. Boy Matt. Boy Matt is wanting women to call you daddy but expect us to be your mommy. Boy Matt is calling your exes psycho, thinking we don't know that you are the ones that made them that way. Cause tell me, how can all of us girls be psycho for no reason? Boy Matt is wanting a woman with a perfect hourglass shape when you need to be more worried about that hairline boo-boo. And Boy Matt is thinking high value women are in their league. Stay in your league, son. Go disappoint another girl. Okay, baby girlies, that was fun. I love you always. Bye.
And people started getting uncomfortable with how Jasmine was shaping her sister's worldview. And it just gives me a bitter taste about the whole thing, like that jealous friend that just doesn't want you to do anything or have anything nice. And this is where the final nail in the coffin comes in when
I refuse to age. So today I'm getting my wrinkles removed because no amount of skincare can fix it. So today you're coming with me to get my very first Botox. Let's go. Baby girl, did you know that after the age of 25, your body body produces 1% less collagen every year. And as your body produces less collagen, you know what that means? Wrinkles! Well, apparently, if you start getting preventive Botox in your mid-20s, you can prevent the earliest fine lines from becoming deep wrinkles that's gonna be harder to correct later when you're in your 40s. Because look at this. This is 1 week later and I look gorgeous as
Jasmine, who constantly preached self-love and body positivity, got called out for, you guessed it, body shaming. And that's the thing I say, if somebody's trying too hard to be nice or seem like the perfect person, they're probably the ones who's the most dishonest.
Just think that all girls are heaven made. I feel like girls are just naturally born pretty clean and scented. And on top of that, we still take really good care of ourselves. But some men already look very questionable to begin with and still make zero effort to look better.
In one video, she mocked a 21-year-old woman at Pilates class, saying that she looked like a mom of two who files her taxes on time.
Be girl, not to be a hater, but do you guys notice that us Gen Zs are aging really fast and looking way older than our actual age? I saw this girl in my Pilates class, right? And I legit thought that she was like a mama muda that goes to Pilates class after she drops her kids to school in the morning. And today I was feeling sociable, right? So I poked her and I was like, oh my god, you awet muda banget. And she was like, what are you talking about? I'm 21. At that point, I wanted to unalive myself because, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Girly pop, she's still in school. She's 21. Why does she look like a mother of two who responsibly files her goddamn taxes every year?
And while I personally aspire to have my taxes that together, a lot of people didn't find it that funny. For somebody who built their platform on self-love, this felt a bit off, and an audience noticed. The internet started wondering, was Jasmine's confidence just a mask for putting others down? There's so much to unpack, but after the Pinterest lie, the baby voice rant, and the weird influence on her sister, and the body shaming incident, Jasmine's once loyal fans started jumping ship. Reddit threads and YouTube comments turned against her. People started calling her out for being performing and fake. The worst part is Jasmine never really addressed it. Instead of taking accountability, she doubled down.
Now, I would like to just make something clear that if you do not like me and you find my videos cringy, that's okay, baby. Because I do. I absolutely adore me. I can't force you to have good taste. Ha ha. Just kidding. But seriously, you can't ever please everyone.
And that's never a good look. So where does this leave Jasmine Tan? Honestly, it's hard to say. She still has a platform, obviously, but the cracks in her girl persona are too big to ignore. What started as uplifting content turned into being a hypocrite and giving out misinformation and straight up meanness. And look, there's nothing wrong with being confident or outspoken, but when your whole brand is about female empowerment, you might want to make sure you're not stepping on anyone else to lift yourself up. Anyway, that's all I've got for today. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Do you think Jasmine can bounce back from this, or is this the beginning of the end? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Is it bell? Notification bell if you want to keep up with this drama. See you in the next one. Check out some of my other videos. Stay out there, and remember, there's no such thing as ugly people in this world. We are all beautiful and differently made. Until the next, peace.